Hazel asked Laurent about Molly's whereabouts. But mentioning Lacey stirred him up, turned him into a giant owl. Hazel was shocked to see someone she knew transform him into a creature. Using her magic, she reweaved Laurent's old wounds, bringing him back to his true self. But the guilt and shame would take its own sweet time to fade away. Once Laurent got himself together, he and Hazel headed for old Molly's lair. But Hazel felt uneasy. Even a giant creature like Laurent seemed unsure he could take her all away.
Chapter 8. Their eyes were watching.
Thanks for the ride! See you around? Molly's up there in the witch's nose with... These hills won't stop me. Just hold on, Mama. Hey, do you guys know the way to the witch's nose? Is that a wind tunnel?
Talking to the birds?
Whoa!
Whoa, oh, what the... Okay.
Thanks for the boost, guys. Oh, shit!
I'm barely having to move to dodge anything because they're all like on the sides. Yeah, this section's kind of just playing itself. Delta 346. We haven't seen signs of Thomas. Found some weird tracks headed towards Witch's Nose. The child's footprints next to something many-footed. Never seen anything like it. Have a bad feeling this don't feel natural. Jackson.
Many-footed with the stolen kid.
So, like a spider. We were trying to cross a ravine. Fontaine fell, broke his leg, and shattered the sat phone? Satellite phone, okay. We stayed the night. Around 2 a.m. I heard something big outside his tent, but didn't pay it no mind. Next morning he yelled for us. His leg was wrapped in that red yarn we found the other day and almost completely healed. We're getting out of here. This reeks of that old magic Grandma Hale used to speak of. Okay.
Red yarn. That's Huggin' Molly.
Huggin' Molly. I'm starting to think Huggin' Molly's a good guy. And our grandma is hunting her down because she's good. Fuck me, man. Okay. But yeah, she wrapped his leg and healed him. Like, that's not bad person monster behavior. And she only goes after kids that no one cares about. Maybe to protect them. Because they're unloved by their parents. She's like, hey, your parents aren't gonna be there for you, so I will.
I think I'm getting the hang of this.
There's not really much to get the hang of.
Yeah, I told you.
Oh, another bit of stiff storytelling.
Something else from the trailer. What's Mama got to say about this?
Ah, yes, the podium.
Always bring a first aid kit. Wish I didn't have to. These kids need more than a Band-Aid can fix. Oh, something's gotta change. Jolene said she might know a way. Someone outside the system.
Those poor kids. They should have had more than a colorful bandage to comfort them. Mama
Like a
cares so
red
much.
yarn bandage. Hello, raccoons. Oh, are they like a little couple? That's cute.
The flame is so bright, like a fading ember. But I hear you, mama, and I remember lessons taught about right and wrong. I was not so weak, but I was not that strong. The answers were there, you knew all along. 'Cause life is a fight to be won.
Another circular, bland arena to fight in. Oh, wait, we do get a new enemy, though. Oh, and it looks interesting.
Why is this one gonna have so many arms?
Actually, I forgot. I'm gonna take control of it. Oh, ow. I don't have the cooldown. What the fuck? Oh, it puts a shield around things. Okay. Kind of think it'd be interesting if they introduced each new Haint with like a little story reason for what that particular one represents, because they're all like shadows of hurt or something like that, right? So it'd be interesting if they each represented a certain kind of trauma or something, kind of like the creatures in Silent Hill. That'd be cool. Found a note in kid's handwriting saying, "I'm safe and fixed. I don't want to go home, please. It's better here." It didn't say here, right? "Sorry about your leg, with a little heart." Wait, huh? "I don't know what to do. I think we're going to call off the search. That's what my heart's telling me. I hope this is right. Jackson."
I'll keep trying.
I can't believe they just left that kid out here.
How have you not picked up on it yet? Huggin' Molly is not a bad person. She helps protect kids who are basically being abused. Or at the very least neglected. Not even always kids, sometimes she'll help adults, like the one with the broken leg. To write a super unsubtle story and then make it so that the main character just ain't picking up on it for some reason.
Hope this leads outside.
Don't really look like it leads much of anywhere, honestly.
Exhausted, the wrong guard Hazel as close to old Molly's lair as he could. But with her growing power, she soared into a gust of wind. Imagine that. As she got closer to the house on the hill, the hair on her neck stood up. But to find her mom, she'd have to go through the haunted holler.
Chapter 9 of Webs and Women. Or Woman? Of Webs and Woman. Of Webs and Woman. Singular, interestingly. Not plural. It's a woman, not woman.
Gotta be close.
Of Webs and Woman kind of sounds like Of Mice and Men. I've never read that. I'm very vaguely aware of it. I have no idea of, like, its themes and shit, though.
What happened there? Could be tied to hugging Molly. I'm coming for you, Mama.
I woke up the other night because I thought I heard someone's voice in the house. Some voices, someone's voice. Not someone voices. Like, someone voices would be like, oh, someone voices that character. But I thought I heard someone voices in the house. Doesn't make sense. I'm starting to think of Webs and Women might have been a typo. Because it's Of Webs and Women makes more sense to me than Of Webs and Woman. Maybe Woman will make more sense as I play through more of the chapter, but there's also this typo, so I'm not sure. I woke up the other night because I thought I heard someone's voice in the house. It's just me and my cat, Tux. I went out with my intruder deterrent, and I swear I saw Tux's mouth moving. He was talking to some little guy. They both looked at me. I blinked, and the little guy was gone. But I saw his wee footprints. I need to lay off the cold medication. But also, watch your cats, y'all.
I knew
Interesting.
cats talked if you weren't around.
Are they, Shit, what's that guy's voice? Are they a black cat voiced by Keith David? Because if so, I want to meet him. Wait a minute, I have a question. I'm just realizing, I'm pretty sure Keith David voiced 2 different cats. He voiced the cat in Coraline, and I think he voiced the cat in the first Alice game? American McGee Alice? No, that's someone named Roger L. Jackson. Okay. That cat had a very distinct voice, though.
Well, somebody's enjoying themselves over there.
There's a lot of smoke. Oh, they've stopped singing because they've choked themselves out.
Oh, hey. Whoa. Whoa, easy.
Can I help you, son?
Yeah. You know anything about that creepy old house up on the hill?
Sure do. Sure do. Yes, that was once the home of Hug and Molly, the nasty she-devil who plucked all the little children in this here holler right out their beds. Oh, yeah, peeled them good and used their guts for galluses.
Why are you lying?
They call me Itchy. I'm the only schoolboy she ain't never took. Ain't been easy reaching my golden years out yonder, but this here holler's better than old none.
That's a nice story. You mind if I take a look around?
Oh, sure don't, sure don't. You can see every place old Molly terrorized and more. Now for the low, low price of $1.
You take debit?
How about one of them gewgaws?
Oh, no can do. Family heirloom. Maybe I could, I could write you a good review online.
I'll just take my payment at the pearly gates. Be sure you study them educating signposts I put up around the holler.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Interesting. Guy seemed surprised to find a guest, but he's selling tickets to a tour. Also, seems like everyone's painting Huggin' Molly as some kind of she-devil monster. But everything in the previous chapters making me think she's probably a good aligned character. Please Please excuse me from school. Mama and Daddy work doubles all week and I gotta take care of the babies. I am not playing hooky, I swear. Love, Jane.
Jane cares about those babies so much.
You don't even know who the fuck Jane is. Dear Santa, I've been mostly good. I need shoes. Could you take me to the North Pole with you? I would go barefoot if you would just take me with you. Is it very cold there? I don't mind. Love, Jane. P.S. Could the babies come too? Someone's got to take care of them. Maybe Mrs. Santa would help me with them. So the parents ain't doing it. Neglected child. They got a bunch of kids, but they have to leave the oldest kid, who clearly isn't all that old, to take care of them. It's not good. Could be that they really don't got much of a choice, because they're in a bad financial situation and they need to both have jobs. But also, I feel like if you're in that situation, maybe don't have a bunch of kids. Don't take in lives you can't support.
Live in the hollow, calloused hands and hearts. Ever grown-up itch you turned to, treated children like nails awaiting a hammer. His pappy, well, he did worse. Come night, itchy dream about peculiar angels who'd enfold his aching body into their soft, heavy wings.
That's so heartbreaking. Itchy must have felt so alone.
So he claimed he was never taken by Huggin' Molly, but I have a feeling he's doing a cover story for her. He was taken by her, and he feels a debt to her because she was good to him. So he's trying to help hide her. That's my guess, at least. Because if he had abusive parents, she definitely wanted to take him.
I can't believe no one helped him.
Oh, someone did. I mean, even just the name Huggin' Molly, she don't sound bad. Why are we painting her as some kind of villain when it's pretty obvious just from the name that she wasn't intended to be bad? I'm so confused. I wonder, so this is probably based on real folklore stuff from like the Deep South areas that I'm not super familiar with. I'm from Oklahoma, I'm nearby it, but I wasn't raised in that culture. So I've never heard stories of like Huggin' Molly. I assume it's based on a real world story that exists. Not like a real story, but like a real fictional story. Is she depicted as like a villainous monster in the real stories, or is she depicted as more of like a she's there to take your kids away if you're not a good parent because she wants to take better care of them than you? Is it something like that? Because that would be my guess from what I'm getting with the game so far. Okay, I did a quick little bit of research, and she is based on a real bit of folklore from Alabama. Basic, quick rundown from what I found out so far. She seems to be a 9-foot-tall, horribly ugly woman that if you as a kid go out at night alone, she'll jump up at you and hug you tight and screech into your ears like a banshee. That seems to be the summary of it. It doesn't seem to say anything about like the kid goes missing or dies or anything. It's just, she hugs you and screeches in your ears, and she's really ugly. The story seems to be that she was like a mother who lost her kid and then went out at night searching for the kid and was crying profusely, loudly, wailing like a banshee, and then she died of a broken heart, and now she, for all of eternity, is just continuing to search for her kid, and the whole jumping random kids thing is her, like, she hugs them because for that moment she thinks it's her kid. And I don't know if the screeching comes from her realizing it's not her kid, or if it's just her crying like, holy shit, I finally found my baby. But, yeah, that seems to be the summary of the story for anyone who is curious. Yeah, it comes specifically... There's a place. Let me find this quick. Abbeville? Or Abbeville? Abbeville, Alabama, is the home of Huggin' Molly. There's even, like, restaurants and stuff called Huggin' Molly's and stuff. The witch legend behind Huggin' Molly's Alabama eatery filled with the movie collectibles. Movie collectibles? Like, is there a Huggin' Molly movie? Actually, that'd be interesting to look it up. There is. It's got a really bad score. 20. Oh, it's from 2024. Hug and Molly is a 2024 low-budget, independent, found footage horror film. Is there any older ones that would be like cultural? It doesn't seem to be the case, from what I can find. Huh. Interesting, though.
One by one, Itchy's school friends changed. They talked about Miss Molly, that old recluse who nobody'd ever laid eyes on. But them brave enough to venture into her house on the hill came back with toys and treats and clothes that weren't hammered down. Itchy couldn't help but reckon about all the possibilities his old pappy had beat him out of.
Oh, she must have been baiting them.
No. How are you this dense, Hazel? She's the only person in this damn town that cared about them kids.
So many folks in this holler failed these children.
You're kind of starting to get on it a little bit. You're right about that. Dear Miss Davis, thank you for your 10-page letter. We cannot investigate a citizen on suspicion alone. The 3 children you claimed were abducted by Molly Radley were never reported missing, nor does the county clerk have any record of them. It is true, however, that some rural parents do not pay to register children born at home. Please contact us only if you have evidence. Sincerely, Sheriff Thibodeau? Something like that. So, if they don't care to register their kid, how much do they care about that kid?
10 pages? Sounds like more than suspicion to me.
Yeah. Dear Sheriff Thibodeau, do you believe me now? Every blessed child in the holler has now been taken, save one. I told you so. You could have stopped this, but no, you were too busy stuffing your face with donuts. I hope you are proud of yourself. Sincerely, Agnes Davis.
Not the type of thing you want to be right about.
Yeah, that sucks. Is that Agnes?
Looks like a nosy housewife, I guess.
Moving on. Ooh, something over here. Binoculars.
Definitely not minding her own business.
Definitely not. Nosy housewife, but she does seem to at least give a shit about the kids, unlike a lot of people around here. I wonder if she had any kids of her own. Or, maybe knowing she wasn't financially well off enough and actually caring about kids, she didn't bother to have any. Crouton. Ah. I wonder if I can jump. I can jump them! Okay. Barely, but I can. Ooh, there's something back there, though. Think? I thought I saw something. Guess I was wrong. Ow. I only got one more hit. Ah! That's my first time dying as Crouton. Get in there. Oh, did not mean to. Jump. Ow. Jump. How do you live in here through all this spike shit? That all? Damn.
They had nothing, and Molly was luring them in with false hope.
I think
That's
you
just
got it
evil.
wrong. They had nothing, so she gave them something. A lot of notes. Who sews you in her pocket tight and hugs you close with such delight. She'll come if you turn off the light, she'll come if you sneak out at night. Don't fight or flinch or bite or pinch if Molly gives you fright. She'll take you to her mountain lair with red yarn tangled everywhere, and tell you as you gasp and stare that things will be alright. No child seen again, it's true, her red yarn is the only clue. I think you now know what to do, since maybe her next child's you.
Why would you sing this to your kid? My God.
Literally, the song literally says not to resist. I'm confused. I mean, it is a spider. There's a web. I'm getting mixed signals a little bit. I'm fairly sure I'm right that she's gonna be like some kind of secret good person who actually wanted to take care of the kids when no one else did. But I'm not 100% certain. But the fact that they're making the main character so certain that she's evil makes me think that it's supposed to be some kind of twist, but there's so much evidence everywhere of the contrary. Oh, I forgot it was a roll. Oh, I was barely inside that, man.
Show me what else.
With his pappy gone, it was only natural Itchy would do what he'd been raised to do. He blamed himself. If only he hadn't spilled his guts to Miss Molly, maybe the man who hurt him could have found something to love in him. He sought some divine absolution for his guilt, but someone else was listening.
Itchy shouldn't have had to bear that guilt. It ain't his fault.
He told Molly what his dad was doing. She reported him to Child Protective Services, as is my guess. And then he got taken away for being an awful fucking dad.
It's not his fault. He was just asking for help.
As someone who, in my life experience, has learned I'm one of unfortunately very few to have two loving parents, it sucks every time I fucking hear about awful parents. I am blessed to have the parents I have. We may not have much in common, but they care about me and they've done right by me to the best of their ability. For as long as I can remember. It's something every kid should be raised with, but from what I understand, not many are. No combat? This is one thing I'm noticing. Like, all of the combat is always in these flat open areas. Give us more interesting environments. Put some enemies outside of those arenas. Like, this, having some combat here wouldn't be bad.
Typical boring office.
There is mandatory overtime this weekend before the break. No exceptions. If people are unable to commit, they will not receive PTO. I expect to hear numbers by EOD.
Reminds me of my job. God, I hate that place.
Mandatory overtime sucks, but there are some situations in which it's a requirement. I work at a mental hospital. We cannot afford to have enough staff at any point in time. And we're already understaffed at all times. So if something happens and we can't have enough staff without overtime, then yeah, mandatory overtime is required. It sucks, but it happens, especially at a mental hospital. Not many people want to apply for that job, and many of the ones who do end up not sticking around for very long. That being said, though, it's the best job I've had so far. I worked at Walmart for 3 years, then I worked at a burger place called The Garage. That was fucking awful for about 5 months. Closest I've been to straight up depression. It was probably just severe burnout, the symptoms of which can be basically the fucking same, except burnout isn't a like clinical thing that doesn't go away and needs to be medicated. It's a consequence of circumstances that will go away if your life conditions improve, which mine did, because I work at this mental hospital now.
Everyone called it an accident, but Itchy's eyes hung on a red yarn wrapped around the body. The morning prior, he'd swung by the house on the hill, but hadn't found a soul. Strings of red had led him to a crackling fire, where he'd spilled his secrets, even knows about his pappy. Today, the summer heat roasted his pappy on the concrete.
Red yarn. Just like the trailer.
She killed a parent, but that parent was abusive. Your mom's not. Oh, we got another running.
You were tenacious, little one.
Who
This
the
is my
fuck?
only option. I had to find her.
Who the fuck just spoke to me? Anyway, I wonder... So they all said it was an accident. He noticed the red yarn. Was the red yarn visible to everyone else, or is it like one of those things where it's only visible to certain people? Like, I can see it because I'm a weaver, they can see it because they're kids. Is it something like that? I'm not quite on that. I'm like floating about a foot away from those walls. He sounds close. Ooh, he is a little bit closer than I was expecting, huh? I can't turn my camera when I'm in this. This would be a great place to do it, though, because it's not like I can fucking do anything. These sections basically play themselves. This is a concept that has been done so much better by many other games.
What? Oh, Lord. Itchy? Itchy? You know I can hear you, right?
I don't think that's Itchy. Or it is.
Well, it's a right relief the tragical tale of Hug and Molly didn't scare the skin off your bones.
Oh, no. I love the tour. Just one question. Why didn't she take you?
Well, when old Molly came around and attacked my daddy, I put up the fight of my life and done won it too.
It's just... I read once on this website. Didn't she kill your dad?
Everyone who comes here watches them damn true crime
Okay,
podcasts.
wait. I came all this way to hear your story. The real story, Itchy. Come on.
Now, the sorry Suggins who lived And this here holler made them mountain peaks feel as snug as teeth on a bear trap. Something I come to realize about my school friends, they wanted to be took. Even by the devil's conjures. Some nights I still see them up that there mountain. Figments of my imagination. And I do yell out, I wish Molly took me too. Could have if I chose, but I didn't neighbor much with courage. Never could figure out how to fit all that on scraps of wood.
Itchy. We're just a kid.
Happen on any money, Summers?
What?
For the ticket?
I thought that we settled that already.
I mean, you could still get some.
Wasting my time up here doing everything for free.
Dude needs to make a living.
Yeah.